This is the first time I ever filmed underwater, and from this footage you'll see why I've done it so many times since. Take a look at this. As this was my first time using a camera on a pole, you'll have to forgive me that it was a bit shaky at first. I hadn't expected the current to have as much effect as it did. Once the camera got settled on the bottom, fish started to come into view. These are a mix of gudgeon and minnows, with the minnows having a darker line along their bodies. They're only small, 2 to 3 inches long, but they didn't seem bothered by the camera one bit. After around a minute, larger fish started to come into view. I've slowed this down a little as they move quite fast. These are roach. They can be identified by their orange fins, silver bodies, orange eyes, and if you get a close enough view, you'll see that their mouths point forwards. This separates them from a very similar species, the rudd, which has an upturned mouth and a slightly different colouring. Gradually the fish seemed to lose interest in the camera, so after a little while longer I moved it a few metres upstream. Again, the gudgeon were keen to investigate, but it didn't take long before some larger shadows started to appear through the haze of the algae laden water. There were some roach here, but another species too, perch. Perch have a humped appearance, a green overall colouring, and have darker barring down their bodies. This barring, alongside an eye spot on their spiked dorsal fin, can vary in intensity, but you can probably make out both in this footage. The smaller fish seem to have moved away, and the perch and roach were acting quite skittish, for good reason. Slowly a pike came into view. From above, I didn't notice this for a minute or so. It was probably 2 to 3 metres from the camera and outside of the area that I thought I was filming. When I did notice it, I lifted the camera and very slowly tried to get closer to the fish. I had no idea if it would bolt straight away and was almost definitely holding my breath. Thankfully, it didn't dash away, allowing me these pretty good shots. At around 18 inches long, I'm sure it would have a go at the smaller fish nearby, but probably didn't pose much of a threat to them. As quickly as it appeared, it faded once again, and this magical moment that I'll remember for the rest of my life was over. And how fantastic was that? That has started years of underwater filming for me. Follow me for more wildlife.